Hi there, I'm John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary texts, we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the fourth Sunday after Pentecost, and we're looking at both the first reading out of Ezekiel and the gospel lesson out of Mark, and looking at the fact that God is in control. Both of these texts have that overarching theme that it's God who causes the plants to grow, and it's God that can, out of what seems hopeless, God can bring new life, and God can bring promise and fulfillment of promise. And so the item I am using is something difficult. And so what I've got is a brain teaser. And there's a couple of different kind of brain teasers, but this one here looked difficult. I haven't opened it up. I haven't tried it out yet. Actually, it looks difficult enough to even get it apart. Actually, the package itself is pretty difficult. But the idea that it's difficult trying to put it together. Maybe we could use a couple other people's help to get that together. Possibly, but this idea that even though this is absolutely difficult and that we have other difficult things in our life, that these for a lot of people are fun, there are also times where that things that are difficult and hard in our lives are not fun, and we are at a loss. We're sad, we're hurt. And we have the theology of the cross. Now, is not language that I'd use in the kids' sermon, but our foundation is that in the theology of the cross, in the cross and the empty tomb, God knows what it's like to hurt and feel pain and sorrow, and that God sits with us. That God does not. That when we hurt, God does not pull away from us and say, "I don't want to deal with this." But God promises that that God will walk with us and be with us through that and help us through that. That out of that, new life and new things can grow. So that's the direction I'm going. The springboard I'm using something difficult, using a brain teaser. You could use riddles. You could use a math problem. Different things that you could use, but the ultimate, the message is that God sits with us, God does not abandon us, and God is faithful to us, that even and through the midst of pain and hurt and hard times, whether those be questions or whatever, God walks with us and stays with us. So I hope that can be a springboard for your own thinking around this. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great week.